Hi, everybody. So glad to be back with you again. And I can't believe we're at the end of our Esther study this last weekend. I have thoroughly enjoyed this historic book. I hope you have as well. We have just learned so much, especially about God calling the shots. And this last weekend in the chapters 9 and 10, if you remember back, we finalized our comments about how God turns the tables. And you've got so many different questions that Pastor Scott has drawn up for you. I hope that you have an absolutely great time of talking about some of your experiences on how God turned the table for you and brought some self-control when the emotions were out of control, and how He guided you and led you from a place of hopelessness to a place of purpose in your life. Our God is a God who turns the tables. And I thought in conclusion, I didn't have time to go into this story, but I thought that this might be a fitting way for us to end this study together. I read the account of evangelist Vance Havner. He wrote a little book, apparently towards the end of his life, that was simply called It Is Towards Evening. I don't know if you're familiar with it at all. He tells the story about a group of farmers in Alabama who planted cotton and expected an absolutely bumper crop, and the economy was just booming until the boll weevil, an insect, hit their crop and decimated it all. The economy in the town just tanked. And the farmers didn't know what to do, but they apparently were an ingenious lot, so they decided to plant the one thing that boll weevils couldn't attack, and that was peanuts. And so with the peanut crop in, it began to flourish with some other produce, and the economy of the town came back, and they named the town Enterprise, Alabama. And when it was all said and done, do you know what the farmers of Enterprise, Alabama did? They put up a monument in the center of the town of a giant boll weevil, because it reminded them of how God can change things and turn the tables from a problem into a success. Here's what Havner wrote. All things work together for good to the Christian, even our boll weevil experiences. Sometimes we settle into a humdrum routine as monotonous as growing cotton year after year. Then God sends the boll weevil. He jolts us out of our groove, and we must find new ways to live. Financial reverses, great bereavement, physical infirmity, loss of position. How many have been driven by trouble to be better husbandmen and to bring forth far finer fruit from their souls? The best thing that ever happened to some of us was the coming of our boll weevil. Without that, we might have been a cotton sharecropper. So the past events in our lives oftentimes launch us into brand new avenues of growth and development and fruit for the Lord. He turns the tables, even in our most negative and at times hurtful experiences. So in conclusion of all that we have done, that God is calling the shots, take a few minutes and talk about your boll weevil experiences. Some of the things that may have been terrible and still are terrible, but some of the things that now God has done through them. And I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous time of conversation and discussion. I'm so glad that you're championing this biblical value of connecting together. This is what God intends for you, me, and for all of us. So enjoy your time, and I hope you'll be out for our Easter services, and bring somebody, invite somebody, and we'll look forward to seeing how the Lord God is going to minister. So I'll be back with you next time that we're together. Keep going now, and may the Lord bless you.